So, the Gauntlet this year was pretty interesting. This year was my first time performing, or I don't want to say performing, but the first time playing in the Gauntlet for over 2 years. And honestly, I've always been scared about doing Gauntlet, mainly because I'm not always able to be on my phone that often, because honestly, a lot of the time I know what's going on my phone, or just the losing Gauntlet is also one of the main purposes I don't play Gauntlet, because I'm personally really competitive, and I feel really bad when I lose competitive games, like Gauntlet and all that. So like, I mean, even this year, when I lost the Gauntlet, when I was voted out, I kinda just muted all the group chats and only checked them occasionally to sort of get it off my mind, because, yeah. Gauntlet, however, despite these things, is probably one of the most fun experiences I've had in a while. Something different about this Gauntlet compared to my other Gauntlets is that I was with a completely different group of people. I knew a lot more of the people in the Gauntlet when I first started playing, since those were the people I was with in my. Now that the cast has changed, and my memory is just shot, so I don't remember the most, like, recent time I was in Gauntlet. I'm talking so slow and concentrated on the game. Now that I'm with a new cast of people, I find it significantly harder to make connections and alliances, because I really just don't know how people are. Like, I don't know people's personalities. I can't like differentiate them, if that makes sense. All that type of stuff. So that's no fun. And I think, okay, let me like actually talk. I think there are a couple of people that deserve shoutouts. First of all was, even though she like broke my trust and all that, Eilish, she was letting her sort of take lead after the merge. Like, before the merge, I had alliances with fucking everyone. I like had separate alliances. I would try and manipulate the votes, and I think that turned out pretty well, because I'm like, every single vote before the merge turned out in my favor. But after the merge, Eilish sort of like made an alliance with me and then took the lead of that, which was nice. So shout out to her, and then I'll shout out also to Stella, since she was really cool. Her presence was very much enjoyed. But okay. Other than that, I honestly just enjoyed everyone. Everyone made the season so fun, and even though like I barely like know the people here, it's dope. I'm very happy because I heard from a birdie on the tree vine that, or that's definitely not the fucking saying, but I heard from a little birdie in my ear that I got a lot of shoutouts, and I really appreciate literally all of that, because I mean, one of the things I was most concerned and impressed about was what impression I would make on other people. Like I was really scared people were liking me. Like during the first 2 days, I was really pressed. Like I would sort of force myself to like to text the rest of the group to try and like make connections. Not even just for let's say not even just for like the game's sake, but just for like getting to know people and not seeming like a weird ass. And I think that went pretty well with Jarvis and Horn and all that. It's pretty tough. Let's hit that guy. I've never done any sort of gameplay commentary, so I'm trying to think of what to say.
Good work, hero.